Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol OCGN, Ocugen Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys towards the end of the video. I'm also going to touch base on the S&P 500 index, and I have an announcement to make, which is I have a Patreon now. The link is down below in the description, and you guys can find more information on that down below by clicking on the link. So, Ocugen Inc., right? It's been moving sideways, and it's holding itself up pretty well from around this 890, 891 mark, give or take. Super important to keep this number in mind going on to the next coming days and weeks, okay? I'm going to touch base on the S&P 500 index, because yesterday on Twitter I had said stocks are down. Could it be the start of a correction? And could it be the start of the correction? That's the big question. We've already seen 2 days red. Now, they're very subtle. They're not strong. We're going to touch more bases on that towards the end of the video. But what I'm trying to get at is this support level is super important to keep in mind moving forward, 890. Now, we are going to look at our new support level and our new resistance level within this narrow stretch, but I also want to go ahead and piggyback off of something I talked about in an individual video, which was big news for every single investor to be aware, and it is the fact that Ocugen wants to increase the number of authorized shares of common stock from 200 million to 295. Okay, they haven't announced this to shareholders just yet. This is just being filed. So it's going to be probably publicly known February 22nd, which is next week, if the market is correcting itself. And then on top of this, if you're a true bull, you cannot get scared. You have to do your research and due diligence and figure out, okay, if this pulls back, why is it pulling back? Well, the first catalyst is the fact that Ocugen was already planning on doing this, and they're probably going to announce it. And their meeting on the vote on this is until March 16th. So it's not going to affect this chart completely just yet. But if this does get passed, it could affect the chart significantly because there's more shares now. So usually the price goes down a little bit, or hopefully it'll be priced in. Who knows? And then we have the market correction. If it continues going into the end of this week and the start of next week, this could pull back. So this support level here of 890 is going to be your best friend to know what's going on and how quickly is it hitting newer lows. Okay, guys? Because this is consolidating, and let's say that Ocugen was just going to do the additional shares and we're not going through a correction, Ocugen could probably pull back a little bit, right, leading into that vote, and once it actually gets approved or disapproved, and then kind of consolidate for some time like it's done in the past for several days and even weeks here at this time frame, and then the next catalyst would bring this up to newer highs. So for Ocugen, I do want every single investor, as I've been saying, you know, I'm not trying to be a bear, I'm truly a bull, but I like to be aware and prepared. So I hope that you guys find this information helpful and informative. So here we are. Our support level is 1002. If that gets broken through, this could be on its way down to newer lows, and the next support level I would look at is right here at this point at 960. Okay, watch and see if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down further away from the 50-day moving average of 1047. Anything below it, bearish. Anything above it, bullish. Now, so our resistance is here at this point where it started to hit newer lows right before it. So 1050, if 1050 gets broken through, this could be on its way up to newer highs, new resistance levels, and the next resistance level would be up here at 1095. But before getting there, 1050 needs to be turned into a support, and the bulls can use it to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end because there's a lot of information to cover and a ticker symbol you won't want to miss. and you definitely want to have it on your watch list. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is a ticker symbol that I've mentioned several times in the past coming weeks. I want every single investor and viewer, especially the new ones coming across the channel, to not miss out on this one because I've talked about it since the beginning of January. Now, I want every single investor and viewer to be aware of it because it's been pulling back and slightly consolidating. It's a great opportunity to add this to your watch list and watch it closely. Another thing too, I want to announce to every single investor and viewer, I have made a Patreon now. The link is down below in the description. If you want to see more information on what there is to obtain by joining the private community, click on the link below and it'll take you over there. And I hope you guys find some value in what I have to share. One of the main things I have right now, because I will further develop it over time, the main thing right now is you will receive live updates as soon as I start researching certain stocks before I mention them on any other platform. And there's so much more to come over time. So the link is below in the description. So here we are. I'm about to share with you guys the ticker symbol that you won't want to miss and you want to add to your watch list. But I want to talk about the S&P 500 index. It's been pulling downwards in the last 2 days. Yesterday, I talked about on Twitter, stocks are down. Could it be the start of the correction? Headlines and news make it seem that way. So there was investors that took the time to comment, and I really appreciate you guys putting in the effort and sharing your knowledge and perception on how things are going, because it was very valuable to me and it was really valid points. So I'm really thankful for that you guys stepped up to the plate and said, hey, this is how I feel. Don't worry too much about it. Don't worry too much about the news. You know, I really respect those perspectives, and I hope they're right. I hope that, you know, even though this is pulling back 2 days in a row, we don't see another pullback tomorrow. We see a consolidation, right? And if we start to continue to see a pullback, I have a feeling that I was noticing it since yesterday because of all the things I was reading. Now, if anyone's a bull, that's me, guys. I want you guys to know I'm a true bull. I like seeing stocks go up. I look for stocks that are going to go up, not down. Okay? I try my best to. I mean, stocks go up and down, but I try my best to look for stocks that are going up or have the potential to go up. So I'm a true bull. But in moments like these, I am not a bull and I'm certainly not a bear. I like to be aware and prepared. I want you guys to know that. I like to be aware and prepared. It was seeming to me like the start of a correction was beginning because we just hit our top and we're already going down. Okay? And when you start looking at this, a lot of people that love to look at like the drawings that, you know, charts begin to form. If you know what this is, right? If you know what this is, what does that look like? I would love for you guys to go ahead and tell me. And I'm just going to kind of draw it that way. Let's draw it that way. Tell me what that is. And like, if you know about your graphics of what charts draw out when they're looking like that, that would actually make a lot of investors aware. So if anybody knows what I just drew or what this looks like, comment down below. I want to see what you guys see, because I like to look at those drawings, but I try to stay away from it because sometimes those drawings could be misleading, but they're sometimes right. So if you're big on what the drawing looks like or what the chart has drawn out, you would know what this looks like. And I can't wait to see what you guys think. So we've been seeing a pullback since yesterday to today. If we continue to see this, it's going to continue in that way. And it's going to be in a very subtle way. It's going to keep going up and down, but hitting newer lows. We've already done it 2 days in a row. We need to see how tomorrow happens and how the rest of the week goes. Okay? So we need to be aware and prepared. I want every single investor to know that. So what ticker symbol is this that I want to tell you guys to add to your watch list? Well, it is ticker symbol WBA, Walgreens Boots Alliance Inc. So the first time we talked about it was back here close to $42. Ran up, pulled back. I talked about it again. Might be an opportunity, or we want to watch this closely if it continues to pull back. Ran up, and then as it was pulling back down, I wanted to talk about it again because I said, okay, we saw it run up. We're seeing it pull down. If it comes back to these numbers, might look like an opportunity. And if it doesn't, this might be the opportunity around this area where we caught it right here where it was consolidating and then it started to run up again. And here we are seeing another pullback. So if this pullback reaches back to these numbers or down to these numbers, you want to watch this carefully. But, you know, one thing that I've learned, right? And it's a quote that I read one time. And it goes something like this. It says, if you knew what was to come, right? In the head, you know, ahead times, the times that are ahead, you would not be worried about anything going on right now. I think I made myself make some sense there, I think. So what I meant was, if you know or you see the potential and you know where this could probably go, anything that's happening right now is not something to be worried about. And if anything, you should be watching it closely to look for an opportunity. So let me put it this way. If an investor came across Walgreens around this area and they saw this go up to here, come back down to here, go up to here, and come back down to here, if they saw all of this, or they understood that this was all possible, all of this here is nothing to worry about. If anything, they were watching for more opportunities, and if they held from here to here, they were focused on their goal and determination of where they're trying to get. So whatever's going on right now should not worry you for what's going to happen tomorrow if you see a greater glory, okay? So I want every single investor to kind of think about that as this correction continues to go on. So make sure that you're in stocks that you believe in, not speculative ones that you believe in. I think that's something I wanted to share with everyone. So WBA, add it to your watch list, watch it carefully. We could see this continue to pull down or look for some consolidation until the next catalyst for this to run back up. But I wanted to talk about it because it has been pulling down. The whole market has been as well. So we need to watch every stock vigilantly and carefully. Okay, guys? I want you guys to remember that. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And let's make some money.